So we're drinking here a Bogle. So, right?
It's okay.
Hey, Dennis, I'm going to throw to you over the wall right here, the wine clip. Open it up and bring it in, okay? Just catch this. Good God. Open it up for me, please, and bring the wine clip. So we'll try it with the wine clip.
Okay.
So Mary and I have not done a wine and talk. It's got to be close to a year. We only did a few of them last year.
Yeah, a few.
Because you got caught up in the world of being a mom to your high school daughter, who, by the way, is now driving with a permit. I'm teaching her.
Yes.
And I just want to let you know that you should up the insurance policy for in case of my death. Ryan, you get nothing. And the reason being is because she is damn scary. And I don't know if I've just lost my ability to drive with a kid and not lose my patience. Although I should say that sometimes when she's driving and people are texting me, I'm reading the text and she says, Dad, you're not paying attention.
Well, there's also no driver's ed anymore. It used to
What
be
is
driver's
that?
ed. So now, the 3 older kids, they went to driver's ed. They had a class one time a week.
Hold on. Who did you learn more from, Ryan? Me or from come on in, Dennis. You can bring it in. Don't be shy. Say hi to the peoples. Okay. Go ahead. Give me the box. You can leave. Go ahead. What was that? Well, we've never done this with the kids around here before. Whenever Mary and I did the wine and talk, we didn't have the kids around.
We have to keep it very G.
It's going to have to be
very rated G.
Well, no, we're going to
not even PG. It's going to be G.
It's going to be PG. It won't be rated X like you have in the past. They have no idea what their mother was really like.
You have to come here at night and do it.
Okay, well, they got born somehow. Crazy.
No, but there used to be driver's ed, and they went to class one day a week, and then they drove with the instructor who had his own steering wheel and brakes, God forbid.
Yeah.
And they would do that once a week. Now, everything goes onto the onus of the parents.
Oh, see, that's easy for you to say as somebody who never had to teach these kids how to drive.
Yes, I don't have the bandwidth for that.
Ryan, you went to driver's ed,
yeah,
but then you also went to dad's driving class. Who taught you more, driver's ed or dad?
I'd definitely say you. I mean, I remember you making me do...
Of course he's going to say that.
No, you made me finish the sentence.
You made me parallel park 200 times in the parking lot at the elementary school. And I remember doing the test, and the only points you got deducted were 5 points for doing my parallel parking too fast. So it was just too easy for me.
See? So
I'm 54 and I don't parallel park.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody parallel parks anymore. I parallel park all the time, and I do it sensationally.
I know you do. I don't.
And how well do I parallel park?
Very well.
There you go.
Yeah.
At least you're giving me compliments.
No, you
this
do.
Year.
I'm not.
You've never given me compliments in the end. In fact, we have a new prop here for the wine and talk.
Yeah,
See this
I don't like
hammer?
that.
What do you mean you don't like this? It's
like
a court. It's Dennis's court. I tap out every
where's
time.
Mine?
You don't get one. All right, you're allowed to use it. If I say something you don't like, you're allowed to hit it.
In the head?
You can hit me in the head.
Well, I don't know. Is it
You
hard?
really want that insurance money, do you not?
It's like plastic.
All right. Well, let me hit you in the head and see how it works. So anyhow, we have not done this in a year's time, pretty much. We did a couple last year.
Yeah, we did a couple.
We've always done it audio, never video. And why is that, Mary?
Because I don't like it.
You don't like what?
Being seen.
On video?
Yeah. Who does? Nobody does.
Except for porn stars. They love to be seen on video.
I like it when it's not video.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about how I look. Yeah.
Which brings up a very good topic. We have 2 topics today that you wanted to discuss. Number 1 is people feeling younger in mind than they actually look in body.
Yes, which I found very interesting.
Okay.
Because it's true.
But before we get to that, something broke in the back. But before we get to that, we just want to show the new logo that Ashley made.
Yes, very nice.
Ashley's probably the person
The whole
who
set. Have they seen? Can they see the whole set?
They could see the whole set. You like the whole set?
Yeah, I like it. It's cozy.
So we've got the nice little fake fire going on. We're in Florida. The last thing we need is a fire. It does give you heat. It does give heat. So at some point it's going to get hot. You're going to have to take off that stupid jacket. But aside from that,
first of all, it's a vest.
But what do you? I mean, Ryan did a lot of work. Denny did a lot of work in setting this whole setup. You like it?
I love it.
Yeah. And we have wine as well. And unlike the past, when we used to just go to the same 3 brands, we bought a whole bunch of different brands this time for us to try. Right.
So wine tasting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So See that? So that's going to be our logo. And then up top is going to be the subject title. We were going to talk about making friends. So we're making new friends because now we are not only on the DML News app and Team DML, but you're also being seen right now by theoretically 1 million people. How many people follow me on Facebook? 1.5 million?
Oh my goodness.
1.5 million
Right, make sure
people
you get my good side.
on Facebook. I don't
My
know.
good side?
I don't know if that's a good side. I can tell you what's not the good side. Not the good side is the side where you snore into my ear. So 2 topics we wanted to talk about that you brought up. Number 1 is looking older than you feel. And number 2 is about sleeping. You're saying that there's a new thing called sleep divorce.
Yes.
What is sleep divorce? This was an actual article on Fox News.
Yes.
So go ahead, you right winger.
Where the couples sleep in separate beds.
And why is that?
In separate rooms, because snoring, if the person is restless, like you, toss and turns, they just want a little bit of their own space, their own downtime. So if they want to like read, so I think it's weird. I think it's very weird.
First of all, do you know why I'm restless?
Because that's your personality. Can't sit still. Even
No.
in your sleep.
I'm restless.
You're a train. Keep going.
Are you done yet?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a restless sleeper because you snore. You snore like
I
a
only
chainsaw.
snore when I have a cold or my allergies, but I don't snore all the time.
You do know that Ryan has video of you snoring on his computer, right?
Yeah, I probably had a cold at the time.
You have a cold every single day of your life?
No, I don't snore
See,
every day.
You snore.
That's fake news.
There's only one person who snores worse than you in our family, and that is who, Ryan?
Denny.
Denny, like you, snores like a chainsaw. So that's why I'm restless, because you snore crazily. Now,
Crazily? That's not a word.
Crazily? Mary, if you haven't figured it out, we make our own words in this warehouse, okay? Wait until Ryan speaks. It's one of the reasons why we put him behind the desk and not in front of it. But and Ashley, have you ever heard your daughter talk? That's why we've put her all the way in the back, just keeping that shipping that CBD. Anyway, you snore so bad, we have the video that proves it. With that in mind, I try to go to bed early so this way I could get to bed before you get to bed, because you're always up late watching the stupidest movies of all time. You
First
just
of
watched
all,
the most.
They're not stupid movies, but it's downtime. Why? So I sit and I enjoy media, a movie, versus sitting on my laptop like you do and just constantly scrolling and looking at all the different headlines. And I know you have to do that as part of your job, but I don't need to do that. That's just too.
I know you don't need to do that
much.
because Ryan and Denny and Ashley and myself are the ones who bring
Jelly
in all the
brain
bacon.
isn't bad to do every now and then.
Jelly brain is something you do constantly.
No, I don't do it constantly.
So wait.
No,
Let's talk about the movies you've been picking. Last night's movie? What was it called? You don't even remember the name because it was so bad.
Wait.
It was with Bradley Cooper and he wore the fake nose.
No, that was the night before. Maestro.
See what I'm talking about, right?
Terrible.
You see what I'm
First of all, I don't understand the big deal about this guy. I swear. I
Leonard
really
Bernstein.
don't. Yeah.
One of the greatest composers of all time.
Is he though? I don't know.
I don't know.
He did West Side Story. Like in the movie, you wouldn't know he was the greatest composer because they didn't cover that. They covered his extracurricular activities.
Which was?
Doing drugs. He was a closet bisexual.
Wait. That's not the way you presented it when you came up to bed.
So
I was sleeping. I was so nice in my bed. It was all tucked in. I had just done my little night reading, my prayers, my deep breathing. I was sleeping. And you came in like a bull in a china cabinet. Is why we need to have a sleep divorce. You come in and it woke me up and I was trying to be pleasant. So I said, how'd the movie go? And you're like, I don't know why they made that into a movie. All they did was show that he sleeps with his wife and sleeps with men and sleeps with other couples.
Yeah.
So
and he abuses drugs. Yeah. I mean,
sounds like a Democrat.
They didn't cover all the great things that he did. Like you just said, he's the greatest, what'd you call him, composer?
He's one of the greatest composers of all time.
I think they came up short. I wouldn't have known that.
So last night you picked another movie which was hideous. What was that called?
Oh, The Holdover. It
Holdover.
wasn't terrible.
Now he's a good actor. Who's that guy's name? What's that guy's name?
Paul. Denny's good with names. Denny. Paul Gia something. Yep, there you go.
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good actor.
But it was the worst movie I've ever heard.
Well,
I don't even know what it was about.
the writing wasn't the best. Like his part was good, but the supporting actor and actress, they weren't.
So let's get back to what's important. So
it was very long. It was almost 3 hours.
Oh, and well worth it, I'm sure. So I pay the price for these long, boring movies because you, for some reason, stick with them.
Wait. You left out $1 Million Baby. You did not want to watch that. And then I picked it. And then what did you do? You watched it because that is a great movie.
Man, but
if anybody hasn't seen that, you have to see $1 Million Baby.
If anybody hasn't seen it, that's like asking.
I don't know. There might be people who haven't seen it. It's so good.
Okay, one of the things about a successful podcast is not talking over the other person.
That's what we do at home. We're supposed to be ourselves, aren't we?
That's what you do at home. Everybody in this family knows Ryan. Well, see, I can't even ask Ryan because Ryan has the same disease. I'd ask Dennis. Dennis, do you feel as if, I don't know if we could hear him from here. Dennis, do you feel as if Ryan always cuts people off like your mother does?
I would rather cut people off than snore like Mom or Denny.
There you go. Poor Ashley. She said, Ashley, you probably have input that you'd like to give. But regardless, so I'm upstairs sleeping. You come up, you interrupt me, and my sleeping gets interrupted. And that's why my sleeping
is
so
quiet. You can't even hear me. I'm like a mouse.
Until you lay down in the bed and start
snoring. So when I go upstairs, I walk very quietly. I don't even put the lights on. See, this is the difference. I go to bed late. I walk in. I don't put the lights on. I use my little phone light. I walk super lightly. You can't even hear me. I take my shoes off downstairs. So I'm barefoot when I come up. I'm super quiet. I don't even put the lights on in the bathroom. You get up at the crack of dawn at 5:30. Who gets up at 5:30? Anyway, and the lights go on. You're noisy. I mean, no regard that I'd like to sleep till 7.
Early to bed, early to rise, and exercise.
7 o'clock is a nice time, between 7 and 9.
So, man, let me ask you a question. If you are so quiet coming into the bedroom as you just depicted, then why last night when you came into the bedroom, did I just pop up and say, oh, what's going on? Come on, let's go to bed.
Because you were still up. Yes, you were still on your phone. You forget. You still had your phone.
I did. That's a downright lie.
No,
you make these stories up.
I don't make these stories
up. You're like
up.
A closet Democrat. I swear to God, you come up with lies to fit your own narrative. But now on, I'm going to call you Nancy Pelosi.
Ooh.
But if you're going to be Nancy Pelosi,
So
can you do
old.
me a favor? Nancy Pelosi just went into stock trading as a profession, and she's up 65%. If you can do the same thing, I would.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Are you making that up?
We did a report earlier today, Denny and I, about all the members of
Congress.
Congress.
She did all that stuff on the side too, probably.
She does a lot of stuff on the side.
Anyway.
I think you do stuff on the side.
Well, I don't recall if you were up or not, but you were awake. So, when I go upstairs and you don't say anything, I knew you're sleeping. And I was super quiet, contrary to what you do in the morning.
Do you think it would be a good idea to try, at least for a weekend? Can I just finish a sentence without you talking over me? You're selling my point. Do you think it would be a good idea just for a couple of days, let's just try it for a weekend, to where you sleep in one room, I sleep in the other room. Now, that being said, I do pay the mortgage. So I would sleep in our bedroom and you would go into Ryan's old room, which is the guest room now. I'm guessing there may be a booger wall inside that old bedroom that Ryan had. Who had the booger wall? Was it Denny or Ryan?
Denny.
Denny had the booger wall?
Denny had a booger wall.
So Denny had a booger wall and he snores?
Yes. He's congested a lot.
I'll tell you who's going to want a divorce from the family. It's Denny after this podcast.
Right. I would go with Scandinavian sleeping.
Scandinavians.
Yes.
Go ahead. What's Scandinavian?
So the other article that I saw too was the new trend.
Wait, the other article. Ryan, you know this.
Headline?
The other headline that she read, Ryan.
Yes.
Yeah, she never reads an article.
I read most of it. Right?
Okay, what? Most of the headline you read?
So the new trend is not only sleep divorce, it's called Scandinavian sleeping. So I guess they do this over in Scandinavia. I don't know why. But you sleep in the same bed, but you have your own blankets, which would work because I like it very cool. You go to sleep sometimes in sweatshirts. So you would have your blankets and sheets, and I would have my own blankets and sheets, but in the same bed. So you're not fighting over the covers. You're not saying like, sometimes if you want to throw on the comforter with the sheets and a blanket, where I just maybe want the sheets. So that I would do.
Dennis, do me a favor while you're back over there. Can you look up the average SAT score or the equivalent to that for the Scandinavian people? Because that's a stupid idea.
Why?
Okay.
Because people fight over the covers.
Wait.
How many times am I hot, right? And you're cold, and I want to lower the AC. You know what they make now? It's called a jet bed. So it would just be on my side of the bed, and it just blows cool air. So then you don't have to do the whole AC thing.
Well, the good news is that when you need hot air blown your way, I have no problem giving that to you. Hold on. I know my good friend Ryan will support me on this. Ryan, question for you. You have a king-size bed, and now you're going to have separate blankets and separate sheets. Where do you see the problem in that logistically?
There is no problem. Making the bed, maybe?
Go ahead.
Ryan. Trying to calculate. What do you mean? Like, what are you trying to get at?
You know, I'd forget it, man. You are your mother. I swear to God,
it's
you are your mother.
It's not that hard. Why is that hard to?
It's impossible, Mary.
Why?
It's weird and uncomfortable.
Because if you said that you had two twin beds that were pushed together, I can see where you have your separate sheets and you have your separate blankets and you have your separate pillows. But when you're in a king size or a queen size bed, how are you going to have two separate sets of pillows, sheets, and?
Well, I didn't get that far in the article. I just got the concept of it. I don't know how exactly.
Maybe they were trying to sell a bed.
I wasn't interested in it, so I didn't finish it fully, but that is another concept. Like if you were adamant about doing it, I would do that. And it's not that hard. You would have your own sheet and your own blanket. How is that hard? You already have your own pillows.
First of all, I want to say something.
It got a lot better.
How do you know? You haven't tasted it.
You poured me.
No, I didn't.
You didn't pour me?
No. Oh. Would you like to drink mine? You're not drinking anything.
I did. I'm taking it. I was drinking it. I drink it slowly.
Actually, it is.
But it could be because it's airing out.
Can we give the little secret of the wine clip? Can we give the little commercial
here?
You'd like
to. Go ahead.
Sure. The wine clip is something that I created with our neighbors back in our old house. Oh my God, how many years ago is that? Holy Hannah.
Before Kelly.
Before Kelly. I mean, it's got to be 15 years ago. Ryan was a little tiny boy. Do you even remember, Ryan, me doing the wine clip?
I remember you talking about it, not doing it.
So the wine clip, so my neighbor next door had this whole business about magnets. And there's a thing called Faraday's Law. And
you just love sounding smart. Go ahead.
I don't sound smart, Mary. I am actually smart.
Nobody knows Faraday's Law.
You ready? Ryan, who's the smartest guy you know?
You.
Oh, my God. That's...
See what I'm talking about? Yeah, he's not even trained. So Faraday's Law is based on the fact that if you take a circular device and you insert magnets around that circular device, it will change the molecular contents, if you will, of the liquid that's flowing through it. So a lot of times wine tastes bitter, especially young wines that haven't had time to age. They taste bitter. They taste yucky, la-di-da-di-da-di. My neighbor comes up with this idea because what do? So you have the big, huge Navy ships, in case you don't know, run on water. That's how the engine works. It's propelled by water. So what happens with these big Navy ships is all the calcium and all the other different stuff that's in the ocean water that's coming through builds up on the side of the tubes, and it's almost like having a heart attack where your veins, they start to get all the plaque, or the same sort of plaque builds up on the Navy tubes. So they came up with these big cylinders to change the molecular structure, so this way those tubes wouldn't get congested, if you will, wouldn't get built up with plaque. And the guy said, our neighbor said, I remember doing it. He took a woman's hair clip and he put rubber bands.
Yep, I remember that.
I wonder what would happen if I put this on a bottle of wine. Would it taste better? And so we tried it. And of course, we were drinking at the time. But we tried it and we poured it through. And cheap, tannic wine tasted like smooth, aged wine. So we came up with the wine clip. So we came up with it. It's got to be 15, 16 years ago. It's still going. So what we do now is we sell the wine clip cheaper than my neighbor sells the wine clip, and he basically is in charge of it. So if you go to DennisMichaelLynch.com/wine, you will get the wine clip, and you can buy it. I don't know what we have it up there for, but it's relatively cheap, and it will change it changes the bouquet. By the way, that means smell. The bouquet and the taste of the wine. And That's where you see that the difference between this Bogle just went from being to pretty good.
Oh, then here, taste.
No, you can't do that. You
No,
can't mix the two.
No,
Why don't
you can drink that and then drink mine.
I'll be shit-faced by the time of the
No,
podcast is over.
I'm saying take a sip. So you can.
No, I know. I already drank. Man, why don't you
Oh, all
just
right, I'll do
appease
it
me?
then.
Don't lie. If you don't think you did, you are a liar. Oh, God, take longer.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
See it?
Yeah.
Yep. The next story you wanted to talk about, there's a new trend of people feeling mentally as if they are much younger than they are physically. Until, because I know you didn't read the article, but
I did read the article.
didn't read the article.
I did read the
There's
article
no
because
way
I found it interesting.
Okay. Who wrote the article? What?
Well, I don't know the author.
Exactly.
I didn't go
You know what?
memorizing names.
Okay. So ultimately, no, I mean, what website did it appear on?
Atlantic.
All right. I'll come back. So, but the question is, why are you reading these far left? The Atlantic is far left.
First of all, I just scroll and I found that interesting.
Okay.
Just like the last wine clip, wine talk we did the naked party.
The naked party.
Remember?
Your mother picks out crazy things. The worst thing about the wine and talk with your children being in the room and now doing the production of it is that they get to really see who their mother is. I have been masking it.
Oh, come on. That was
years.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How many people got kicks out of that?
The naked party.
Yeah,
so your mother
she was a
picked out a
reporter.
story about a naked party. But regardless of that, so can we go back to this?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was saying that people feel younger in mind
Yes.
than they do in body until they look in the mirror.
Yes, which
And
never look in the mirror with reading glasses on because it just makes everything, it's bad. Do you ever do that? Go in the mirror and you have your reading glasses on? Scary. Yeah.
No, I don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so
Don't ever do that. It's bad.
So, question for Ryan, and this may be the toughest question of all time.
But not everybody does that. Like, I feel younger when I think in my mind, but I recognize that I am older and that I have limitations. People like you think that you still have a young body and you're still young in mind.
Hold on.
So that's where you have a problem.
Ryan, I want you to chime in. Did you get I don't know, Dennis, did we call that an oxymoron? Did you hear your mother say when she actually thinks in her mind, is there another place to where one can think?
Out loud?
That's a pretty good answer.
Yes, but no, I recognize that my body is getting older.
Oh, I do too.
No, you don't. How many times I say to you, you shouldn't be doing that. What are you talking about? Blah, blah, blah. I'm capable of doing that, but you're not.
No, I am.
But in your mind, you think you are. That's what the article is about. Yeah. How old do you feel in your mind? Give an age.
In my mind?
Yes.
Oh, it depends. If I got to deal with the kids, like when I'm doing Kelly's driving.
Dude, you don't have to analyze. It's just like
I do.
Just
You asked me a question. I'm going to give you a cognizant answer. When I'm teaching Kelly to drive, I say to myself, this is the fourth time I've had to do this. I feel like I've done this so many times before, and I have, because Dennis is 28, and I taught him to drive when he was 15, 16 years old. You go back on the math. I know that's hard for you. That's 12 years ago. The first time I did this was 12 years ago, and I'm still doing it now. So I feel a little aged when I do that in my mind. But if you strip my kids out
That's
of this.
That's what I mean. Just
if
like
it's just,
off the top.
I feel 40.
Okay.
And I'm 55. Now, why do I feel 40?
You're 54. Why do you do that?
Well, I'm halfway to 55. Why do I feel 40? I feel 40 because my mind thinks like a more older person in the sense that I have so much wisdom that my head's ready to blow off my shoulders because I have so much wisdom. You, on the other hand, you're simple-minded, you're jelly-brained. You probably think you're 22.
I kind of do. Yeah. I definitely feel a lot younger thinking in my mind than when I actually look at myself in person.
But when you think out loud, that's when you sound like you're 12. So anyway, let's go back. So, but when you look in the mirror, how old do you feel?
54.
Yeah? You don't feel like you maybe a little bit older than that?
No. No, I don't.
Ryan, this is the tough question. and it's very important for the podcast that you be completely honest. If we detect dishonesty, we're gonna have a problem. Mommy was born on August 19th, 1969. 7 days later, God upped the game, and I was born on August 29th. Well, actually, I should say
28th.
28th.
My goodness.
God,
We cut you
It
off.
wasn't 7 days. Yeah, 1969. Who at 54 looks younger, mom or me?
Don't ask him that.
I think you guys look pretty equal, but
I
I
knew it.
tell
Good
mom,
answer.
I knew
I
he was
tell
gonna give a
mom,
politically correct bullshit answer.
I tell mom all the time that she's the most beautiful woman. So
Yes, he does.
I tell her all the time.
Thanks, Rye.
But you know what you don't do? You know what you don't do?
Why is it always got to come back to you?
You
Does it
don't-
give you accolades?
Why are you laughing, Ella? Look at Dennis. Look at Dennis. Look
Why
at
is it always
Dennis
got to
laughing in
come
the
back to you?
Why is Dennis laughing in the back?
Nobody.
Ashley's not laughing. Bring in Ashley.
You get enough
Here's
accolades
Ashley.
from the people that follow you.
Because they know. You never tell me that I'm the most beautiful man you've ever met.
He says you're the smartest.
He's never said that to me ever.
Yes, he has.
No, he has not. He has never said to me, Dad, you're the smartest guy I ever know.
He might have said it.
He's
to
never
me.
said it. And you know who definitely never said it? Denny. But you know, if I needed a champion right now, it would be
You
Ashley.
can come here.
Ashley, come here, honey. Ashley will do it. But let's go back. So you feel as if you are how old when you are talking? Oh, no. Wait,
No,
are you
it's
thinking
not-
in your
it's-
brain or thinking out loud?
Okay, the question is, how old do you feel? Like when you think in your brain about your age, do you feel your thinking, your brain, when you're in your quiet moments, is equivalent to your biological age, the way your body actually feels?
Yeah, and I don't feel
looks.
as if you put thoughts together
When I
representative
look
of
in
a
the
54
mirror
year old.
with my glasses on, I feel older than 54. I look older than 54, but I know it's being magnified.
Yeah, how do you
We've got to
let go?
clean them.
Let go. How do you actually see yourself through these
Wait,
glasses?
I don't know if you
No,
can-
they can't see it. It's as if somebody took this into a thing of Vaseline and said, "Here, now look through it." Ashley,
You just have to clean it.
who for their age looks younger? Mom
She's gonna say
or me?
you.
Be honest, because what you're doing in your honesty is you're helping the other person improve themselves.
Mom.
Are you shitting me?
Yes, yes.
Ashley,
yes.
Ashley, are you being honest? Mom looks younger than I do for our age.
Maybe you need a haircut.
Maybe I should color my hair like you do. I don't color my hair. My hair is freaking natural. Are you? I can't believe you, Ashley. You're done. I'm finished with her. I thought she was going to champion for me. I have nobody on my side. Nobody on my side until you need somebody to teach you how to drive.
You have Summer.
Then you're my best friend.
Summer worships the ground you walk
The dog
on.
knows who the best friend is. Let's wind this up. Are you actually even going to drink that glass of wine?
Yeah.
Actually, we have to drive home from here. That's the difference of doing this. For
I
me.
know. We can get an Uber or
Yeah,
something.
well, I'll
We'll have one of
my
the kids drive.
me.
But
Tell you how.
so you really only feel like you're in your 40s when you think. So you
No,
wouldn't
I
have
think
been
that's a good thing. I don't think like I'm 22.
Well, I don't.
He's 23. I watch his thinking sometime and I say to myself, what the fuck is he thinking? I don't ever have those moments for myself.
Everybody does.
No, I never have those moments for myself.
Mm.
I have learned so much. My wisdom is unparalleled. Okay? Ashley would tell you, I think maybe Dennis would tell you, hey, Dennis, can you come in here, please, and go to the microphone over by Ryan?
But I bet your body feels older than 54.
It depends on the day.
Oh my God. Why do you have to analyze everything? Can't you just, it's a yes or a no?
There are some days when I wake up and I'm feeling a little older than I did the day before. Dennis, of your two parents, who do you believe has greater wisdom at 54? Your mother or your father?
Intelligence, wisdom, you, emotional, and empathy, mom.
Can you say it again into the microphone?
Intelligence, probably dad. Emotion and empathy, mom.
Emotion and empathy. Can you define that like in an example?
Well, mom, if you had to guess when me, Ryan, or Ashley initially have an issue or problem, who do we go to first?
Well, it depends on the scope of it. If it's really, really big,
An emotional,
Oh, me.
empathetic.
Me.
Yes.
yes. But a problem
Who's the
solving,
camera on right now? Her?
problem solving, you guys usually go to
You should
dad.
have it on her. It doesn't matter. Wait, so I didn't hear what he's saying because I'm more worried
He's
about
saying
teaching.
emotional.
Look, do you understand? This is a perfect example. Okay, perfect example is I am right now. My brain is trying to manage the fact that I've got to sell the wine clip. I've got to drink my wine, but not too much. I've got to talk to you, look at you, listen to the production, talk to Dennis, talk to Ryan. I got so much shit going through my head, and yet it's all going like this. You're just like one single thing. So now I'm trying to teach Ryan, make sure you get the right person. So when the conversation is between Dennis and you, it's got to be the camera's on you.
Looking at the
And
camera.
now when I come back to Dennis, he should change the camera to me. So this way he gets the expressions because he can't get the expressions on the wide. Can you repeat what you said to your mother?
Sure, you kind of just led credence to my answer. For intelligence, dad, but for emotional and empathy, mom. You asked what I meant by that, and I was saying that typically when one of us, meaning me, Ashley, or Ryan, have a emotion-based issue going on, we tend to go to mom because she doesn't have 1,000 trains running through her head, and she's got the
Belly
womanly
brain.
touch of giving that kind of advice.
But for problem solving, Denny,
That's total bullshit. Are you kidding me? Okay. So wait, Ashley, can you come back? If you're, you know what? This is a good idea doing it this way because now I'm learning things.
Dan,
That
I
I
think
never
that's
knew.
totally for problem solving things. They go to you.
Holy shit, you were right. She calls you in the middle of the
She's
thing.
homesick, Dennis.
Okay, go ahead, answer the phone.
But why isn't it?
You didn't answer the phone, Mary. Just answer the phone. Tell her you're doing the wine and talk.
Yeah, they were outside working. Don't worry.
Give me the phone. Give me the phone. Give me the phone. Give me the phone.
It's not inside the house.
Listen, this is the point. Who you on right now? You should be on a wide right now. Here's the point. See? Kelly is calling right now because Kelly's home sick, and we have workers outside her house, and she's calling right now about that. And she calls her mother. She should call me. Can I have the phone? 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 Kel, what's wrong, honey?
Well, like it sounds like there's like banging like inside the house, and I'm not being delusional. It does, and then like it sounds like people are like moving around.
Kel, the workers outside are people who I've known for a very long time. They're not banging on the house. And if there was somebody banging on the house and it was dangerous, the dog would be going crazy. Is the dog going crazy?
They were earlier.
Earlier, but now they're not, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The banging outside is simply because they're power washing the deck, okay?
It doesn't sound like it's outside. It sounds like it's inside. Like it doesn't sound like it's outside the house.
Okay.
I locked all the doors. There's no.
All the doors are locked, honey. All the doors are locked. Okay? You're going to be fine. Do you want to be on the phone with me right now and go downstairs and I'll tell the person who's broken into the house that they have to leave or else I'm going to come get them?
No, because then I'll just get shot.
Oh my goodness. Where did she come up with these things?
Because she's you. Nobody's going to shoot you, honey. Nobody's going to shoot you, okay? Nobody. The only thing they shoot you with is water because he's power washing. That's why you hear the noise.
It doesn't sound like that, but okay.
What does it sound like, honey?
She just told you like someone's in the house.
Like how mom sounds like when she moves around the kitchen sometimes. Like when she just like starts like banging things.
Yes, I hear that all the time, especially at nighttime when I'm trying to go to bed. Okay?
Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah. Do you want to walk downstairs and just me be on the phone with you? And if there's something wrong, you could scream and we'll be home in 2 seconds. We'll call the police.
that. No,
You don't want to do that.
I'm not taking any risks. I locked my door, all my lights are off, and I'm sitting in my room.
Not taking any risks.
Wait,
Okay.
she locked the door and did what?
She locked the door and she's barricaded herself into the room. All right. Mommy will be home soon, okay, Ash? I mean, Kel?
Wow.
What? What's wow?
Call me Ash.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
This is Ashley's fault.
This is
Breaking into the house doesn't mean a last words you say to me, and you called me by the wrong name.
It's my age. We'll be home. We'll be home. Mommy will be home within 15 minutes.
Yay.
Okay? All right. Do you know how to call 911 on your phone?
Of course she does.
Okay. All right.
No, you just asked me that.
Okay. You're going to be fine, honey. The dogs aren't barking. If somebody was inside the house making a ruckus, they would be barking, okay?
What if they got the dogs?
What about if they got the dogs? You've been watching too many movies with your mother. I have to go, honey. I'm at work, okay? I love you so much.
I love you too.
Kel, I do have a question for you real quick, and then I got to go back to the show. Of your mother and me, we're both 54 years old. Who do you think looks younger for their age?
You?
Thank you, honey. I love you so much. We'll talk.
Mom's like wrinklier.
Mom's wrinkly.
Mom's like wrinklier. Like you're wrinkly, but like she's a little bit
Wrinklier.
You both look really young for your age.
And who would you say is cooler? Like generally cooler?
I'm not answering that question.
Okay, honey. Listen, go to bed, okay? Bye-bye. We love you. Man, I think that's it for us on the White.
You got one in your corner.
Yeah, I got one in my. You want to know? It's funny. It's the one who doesn't get a paycheck. And you know what? They know that you write the checks. That's why. So, how long have we been going here, Ryan?
39 minutes.
Oh my God, we have to give people a couple more minutes. 39 minutes isn't long enough.
Could I just say that's because of Ashley, that phone call?
Yes.
What do you mean that's because of
Because
Ashley?
Ashley
Ashley
one time
doesn't-
heard a like little noise at like 9 at night and she was home alone. And she like called me and Danny. We had to rush over. And I'm like a Navy SEAL going room to room with my.
And
with
Kelly
my,
was home, right?
No, no, it was just Ashley.
Oh, all right.
And I'm like, Ashley, there's no one in the house. She's like, you got to check for me.
Wait, so why would Ashley call you and not me?
You guys were gone.
were
That's
away.
why that's when she was living at home.
We were away.
You guys were away.
Oh, so
And that's why
called
she
you.
was home alone. And then she got all scared. And then we had to go, room to room.
And she called you as if you were going to do something.
They did. They
Yeah,
came over.
Grabbed my
Good brothers.
gun and hopped in the car and went there.
And it was nothing, right?
There was nothing.
Ash, why are you such a chicken?
Even when she was a kid, like Kelly's age, she called me one time. She was hiding under the table with a kitchen knife. And she said there was a man outside with a mask on and was spraying. And I was like, yeah, he's spraying the lawn, fertilizer. And she thought he was like going to break into the house.
Wait, Dennis,
She was
can
a
you come in here
teenager.
for one more time? Seeing that we're doing reminiscing. So wait, so your mother is better for the emotional stuff?
I would say if I had questions about a house or a car or anything related to a know how to do, I'd be usually calling you. And then sometimes when it's what? Why
ahead.
am I getting that?
Gee, I'm so lucky. Go ahead.
What would you not want me to call you?
I wouldn't think you'd call your mother. You wouldn't get much of an answer other than ask your father, but go ahead.
Right. And then when it's more about maybe things relating to relationships, even friendships with people, or just like, general emotional based stuff. Like she's good as like a nice soundboard and someone who usually gives pretty good wisdom.
I'm a softie.
Who has more friends than I do?
But that has nothing to do with it. Why do you have to take from my thunder? Why can't you just say that's great? Why is it always got to be you? Like the halo.
All right.
Okay.
Fine. I'll take that.
Thank you.
Okay. That's it, Dennis. You can go back. You helped me nothing. Zero. You haven't even drank your wine.
Honey, I'm sipping it.
Ryan, what do you
add-
think? What do you think your mother and I should talk about here? Because we already talked about separate beds. Are we going to try the separate beds for a weekend?
No, we never came to a conclusion on that. So I personally don't like that idea
Why? Why do you need to sleep with me?
because it's just like a comfort, a security.
That you know
It'd be
somebody.
the same way. When I have to go away, come on. When I have to take Kelly like for a lacrosse tournament or something and I'm not home, you totally miss me.
No, man, I miss you because nobody's making my
No,
breakfast.
that's not
Nobody.
it.
I don't know where my clothes are. Although I don't know where my clothes are when you're home either. But
Like if I get up during the night and like if you
wait. Wait. Hold on. I know what we can talk about. Ryan, put the microphone back towards you.
What?
So I know exactly what we could talk about, and I'm going to make sure that I'm filming this on my cell phone, so this way I can bring this up. Ryan, let me ask you this. If there was somebody who's going to get lost in their own closet due to the mess, would it be your father or your mother?
I'd say your closet's more organized, but
My closet's
mom's
open.
closet's kind of open.
Okay. Who's messy? Your mother or your father?
Mom.
Mom's
I'll
messy.
even say that.
She's messy, right?
Yeah.
Who's a better cook?
Me.
He's right on that
No.
one. He's right on that one.
No argument on that one. So I will give you some accolades. I will give you some accolades.
Like, who would rub your head? I rub your head before at night sometimes because you don't feel well.
Last night you rubbed my head.
Yeah, because your stomach hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I'm in my other room, you're
You know
in your
what? You
own
know what
buddy.
else you've been doing for me lately? She's been giving me foot baths. So she's making these foot baths for me every night with really warm water, and we sit down. You put on a terrible movie, and then we sit. But my movies are good. Let's just go over a couple of things. So the Wine and Talk is every single weekend. Launches at Friday night, like tonight, 6 p.m. And then at last, you could watch it on the DML News app or on Team DML all throughout the weekend. I mean, you could always watch it. You just go to the podcast tab and you do it on the DML News app. But every weekend we do it. Now, Miss Mary has made a commitment to do it every weekend, even though sometimes she goes away to these stupid lacrosse camps. You know, you say you go to the lacrosse
Why do you
camps
call them stupid?
because I think that you may be having an affair.
Oh, stop it.
You don't think so? Ryan, do you think your mother's having
Why
an
you
affair?
beat that? Don't even say that. It's not funny.
He won't even. He's not,
Ryan's like, Ryan
he's
don't
not
find it
listening.
funny either.
He's not listening anymore. He's checked out, which is something I deal with this kid every single day.
He's a hard worker.
What did you do to him? Did you do to something to him as a kid? What happened to him? Something didn't happen. What's your worst memory? Is it when your mother almost left you at the department store?
Okay, first of all, he
probably
didn't
walked
leave him.
off.
He hid behind the mannequin in the store window.
Well, the mannequin was naked.
I used
and
to
you blame
wonder.
him?
Remember, I got lost in Canada.
Yes.
Yeah, he got lost in Canada.
I'm a curious person. I like walking around.
Ryan was literally standing. Ash, do you remember when Ryan was in the store window? It was me with the two kids. And I'm not kidding. I was handing over the item for a return. Ryan was here. Ashley was here. And within like 30 seconds, I looked down and he was gone. So then Ashley and I, like Ryan, we start looking under the rounders. Now, like after a minute, panic starts coming in. Like you start like freaking out. And this woman comes into the store and she says to the lady who's working the register, there's a little boy in the store window hiding behind the mannequin. That's where Ryan was.
Ryan, were
He
you?
climbed up into the store display and was in the front window, and people were walking through the mall and saw him there.
Ryan, why did you look at the mannequin? Were you behind the mannequin because the mannequin was naked? And was it a female mannequin? I hope.
I don't remember this story.
Oh, I did.
don't.
He's scared. Oh boy.
I remember Canada. I remember walking around and being like,
Yeah, you
I'm
were lost.
screwed.
That was a long time, but that
I
wasn't.
I
see, I
actually-
wasn't by
How did
myself.
you get lost in Canada? This is at the Niagara Falls, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was. I don't know. I think I just saw something, walked over to it, and you guys disappeared, and I was like lost.
No, I know what it was.
I think I was
It
like 10 too.
We all had those yellow jackets on because we were going under the falls. We were going on the boat. So I think he just kind of like Home Alone. You know how he's following the wrong dad. I think that's
So
what
he
Ryan
could have
did.
fallen to the falls,
Or
and we
could-
wouldn't have known.
It could have been serious. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. But
Okay, here's the
the
question.
thing is that it wasn't like I was by myself. You were there too, so the blame goes both ways.
Okay,
On
Ryan,
that one.
here's the question of the day. This is the question of the day. We're ending the show on this, and I am filming him because I want to get this, and I'm going to play it back to him later in his life. Right now, are you focused on me or on both?
Both.
All right, good. Ryan, you have one child, and only one parent can watch that child, and you want to know that that child is going to return home safe. Do you give that child to your mother or me if it could only be one?
I can do like the political correct answer.
No.
What?
You have to choose. Your parents are divorced at this point, and you could only choose one parent to watch your child for safety. Do you give that child to me or to your mother?
You're the safety nut.
Yeah, you're the safety nut, so I'd go
Do
with
you give the child to me or your mother?
you.
That's because you had
But mom
bells
also-
on your shoes when you were little.
Listen, Don't make fun of my mother.
Okay.
But
You
Mom-
had bells on your shoes.
Mom looked after me more when I was a kid.
Yeah, because I was working.
Yeah, I know. So she did a good job.
I was working.
I agree
I
with
was
Ryan on that
working.
one. You're more of a safety.
Safety
no,
nut.
it's not about being safety. It's more about being responsible.
Well, no,
I am more responsible.
No, I'm
You are
responsible
less
too.
responsible.
But you,
I am more responsible.
You take it to sometimes a very high degree, which sometimes is needed.
I take it to a very high degree.
Okay, but
I don't lose my kid at Niagara
Okay,
Falls,
excuse
and I don't
me.
leave my kid in the
Excuse
department
me, you
store
did
looking up
lose
the
him.
ass of some mannequin.
Excuse me.
My kids are always safe.
You were with us at Niagara Falls.
I was
so
with
you
you.
did lose them.
No, I didn't. You probably had me taken care of.
No,
I
were
was
all
probably
together.
assigned with.
Ashley,
I'll get Ashley.
Were
I'll
we
get
all
Dennis, you get
together at
Ryan, you
Niagara
lost Ryan.
Falls when we lost Ryan?
Remember, man, she was 6. The kid was 4 years old. You lost him. He almost fell into a tidal wave.
First of all, he was older than 4. Kelly was 4 when we did that. But
Okay.
anyway,
We have learned
you were
here
with us
today-
at the same time.
Listen, can we wrap this
She was
thing up?
4.
Okay. All right. Can we wrap this?
I was 12.
That's bad. Okay. Here's what we've learned today. What we've learned today is that it would be a good experiment, at least for the program. We could come back and report. For the program purposes, you sleep in one room, Ryan's old room with
No,
whatever booger wall he has.
I'm not doing that.
You live in his room for a weekend. I'll live in my room for a weekend. We come back and we see how it worked. Maybe we get better sleep. We also have come to terms with I look younger than you and I have more wisdom than you. We've come to terms with if Dennis ever has a problem, an emotional problem, he's going to come to you, which means he's going to continue with those emotional problems. And if he has any other problems to be solved, he's going to come to me, which means they're going to get solved.
Okay, back to the
And
younger
if
looking
there
thing.
is-
3 of them said I looked younger. You had one kid that said you looked younger. So I
First of all, we
believe I
didn't
win
ask
that race.
Dennis. We didn't ask Dennis. We asked Ryan and we asked Ashley. Who, to be quite honest, I have less confidence in their judgment than I do Denny's. So, but we asked the real person who was a little panicked, who was a little scared, who had no influence. She doesn't get a paycheck, nothing of that nature. We asked her, and she unequivocally said, "Me, that you're very wrinkled, and I'm
No,
a little bit
I'm
wrinkled."
wrinkler.
Yes, that's it.
That's even a word.
Okay. DennisMichaelLynch.com/wine. You could get yourself the wine clip. You could take bad tasting wine and make it good tasting wine. You could pour a little bit for your wife or your spouse, and who knows what happens. And then do not forget, every weekend we are here. DML News app. Download it for free. You'll be able to watch the program for free. And if you want to be a team member, the good news is that when we play this on Team DML, Miss Mary and I are in there on the chat and getting your feedback about the program. Anyway,
Yeah, and any topic suggestions.
any
I
topic
like throwing it
suggestions?
out.
Because Mary
Yes.
picks out really weird
Well,
suggestions.
guess what? The last topic about the party one, a lot of people liked it.
Okay. If you have any ideas on what we could talk about on the Wine and Talk, you can email Denny, who just happens to love his mother more than he does his father. And that is Denny, DENNY, at teamdml.com. If you want us to cover a topic, we'll do it. Until next weekend, may God bless you, your family, and the United States. Any last word from you? By the way, Mary, I never hit you one time with this.
Wait, first of all, you're supposed to hit the table.
Maybe,
You should have like a little.
maybe we should bring this into the bedroom.
we-
Then you'll really be obedient.
Dude, I'll knock you out with that thing,
We're done.
and you'll sleep like a rock.
All right, that's it for us for this week on the Wine and Talk. Hope you had a great time, lots of laughs, and gave you something to think about. Say goodbye, Mary.
Bye-bye.
All right, we'll talk to you next week. Enjoy.
So many people love and trust my dad, and that's why the DML News app is one of the top downloaded apps. I hear from people all the time how they rely on the DML News app for so many things, and it is truly unique. For starters, the DML News app provides a non-stop flow of news articles that we aggregate from the top outlets, and then our team of writers insert extra content in the form of tweets, videos, and commentary all in one place. Next, the app provides the free version of the Dennis Michael Lynch podcast every day. We send an app alert when a new podcast is posted. On tab 3, you can watch all of my dad's films for free, including all of his highly acclaimed immigration documentaries, and our new series called America the Beautiful. And then there is my favorite tab, the Deals tab. It offers all the specials being offered at DML CBD, plus other DML merchandise like hats, bumper stickers, and new items that my family adds to our growing list of DML products. Finally, there is tab 5, which gives you access to the Team DML membership site. Tab 5 also provides important links to DML social media and customer support. You can get the DML News app for free at the Google Play Store for Androids, and the Apple App Store for iPhones and iPads. Be sure to keep your notifications on so that you never miss important alerts. The DML News app, get it for breaking news, merchandise, films, exclusive content, and Team DML.